Hey, brand builders, ready to take your brand to the next level? I'm Dana Ammons, and welcome to the Brand Blueprint.
Hey, brand builders, welcome to Capsule 6 of the Brand Blueprint, where 12 weeks of deep dive conversations on brand, growth, and impact have led us here. I'm your host, Dana Ammons, and this week we pivot into one of the most critical yet often underappreciated pillars of CPG success: sales and distribution strategy. Now, I know you're asking, why does sales and distribution strategy matter? Look, I spent a decade inside of some of the world's largest consumer product giants. Those include companies like Procter & Gamble, PepsiCo, Colgate-Palmolive, and the company I started my career with, SC Johnson Wax. And at each of these companies, the single clearest thread to a blockbuster growth strategy was not the flashy TV ad or the viral TikTok, especially not when I started way back in 1995. It was getting your product into the right hands at the right moment. Now, what did I learn at these companies? Well, let me tell you a couple of things that were very, very clear to me after 30 years in the industry. PepsiCo taught me how the national resets become can't miss brand moments. PepsiCo being a direct store delivery organization, check that out if you don't understand what DSD is about, really depends on their ability to reset stores at a national level and achieve distribution to support their marketing efforts in a fast and efficient manner. At Colgate-Palmolive, I saw how toothbrushes and toothpaste move fastest when in eye-level gondolas and with smart price point promotions. Colgate fully understood that in order to get consumers to really adapt their toothpaste and toothbrush products, they didn't need to just make sure that they were eye level and at a place where most consumers could both see and access those products, but that they were also at really affordable and value-oriented price points that move product at high velocity. Now, at SC Johnson, I was drilled in the art of category management, and that's understanding your aisle adjacencies and understanding the winning shelf positions you need in order to secure your brand share dominance. And finally, at P&G, I learned that the shelf is your final and most unforgiving pitch, and that every barcode scan is your vote of confidence. P&G understands the consumer in ways that many companies don't, and they fully understand the importance of the retail distribution point in the consumer journey. These are legacy organizations that have built empires on finely tuned sales and distribution engines, and today, small brands like you can do the same with data, agility, and the right playbook. So, what will you learn in this capsule? Right? Over the next several episodes, we're going to feature multiple founders who are living proof of these strategies and ideas in person. We're talking to founders like LaToya Clayton from Black Girl Tamales and Logan Kuvo from Best Damn Tape, hockey product that is disrupting sports equipment in Walmart and specialty pro shops. We're also going to talk to founders that span a couple of key retail accelerator programs that I have been fortunate enough to work with as a mentor. That includes, in this capsule, Seed Spot, which is a national accelerator that I recently was involved with earlier this year. So we will feature founders from that program, as well as the leadership from that program, to discuss and share with you their strategies for helping retail brands scale, especially in the CPG space. Now, in each of these conversations, we want to focus on a couple of key strategies that really make your brand matter within the retail and distribution space. And one of the first decisions and key decisions that every brand and founder needs to make is channel selection. Are you going to go D2C? Are you going to go B2B? Or are you going to do something that blends both of those approaches? Or are you going to go directly to retail and try to manage that relationship yourself? And so we'll have founders explain and share their thoughts and the way they approach that particular challenging question. Secondly is your pitch design. What data and storytelling will do to open up doors for you, both at the buyer's level and at your distributor and your warehouse level. We'll talk about supply chain evaluation, from understanding and selecting your 3PL partner to forecasting for inventory and first ships to integrating your pricing and margin management into your overall retail sales strategy. And finally, we'll talk about scalability. how you build roadmaps to success and potentially try out regional pilots, including co-op marketing support and national reset strategies that will help those of you who are already competing in the retail market and environment get more profitable, more efficient, and ultimately more effective. And at the end of Capsule 6, you'll have a template for your own go-to-market strategy from proof of concept to getting on shelf and driving on shelf velocity. So, how can you turn these episodes into action? First, listen and note. Treat our founders' numbers, our sell-through rates, reorder cycles, and promo budgets as your own homework. Research, align, and use some of these concepts in your own forecasting tools so you can get better and take your brand to the same levels and beyond that these founders that we're featuring in the capsule this month will also be able to share with you. Map your own channels. Write down your ideal retail partners. Don't just take the ideas from our founders, but think about which partners make the best sense for you. Is that big box? Is that regional chains? Are those independent boutiques? Or is that a direct-to-consumer approach and a in-person strategy, whether it's at your local farmers market or at local trade shows? You need to start researching these particular channels and making your own decisions about what makes the best sense for you and your brand. And then from there, you need to build your pitch deck. And that pitch deck needs to be specifically targeted to the retail channels and partners that you have selected as part of your strategy. You can follow our data plus story plus sample formula to craft a one-pager that buyers cannot simply ignore. And then lastly, you want to test the waters by launching a regional test, finding focus groups, and using other opportunities, including sampling, to get quick, fast feedback so you can learn fast. You can iterate faster, and then you can scale even faster. Finally, join our conversation by subscribing on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Like, comment, and share each episode, especially on LinkedIn and Instagram. And do us a favor and give us a rating and give us some great feedback on either content that you feel we could offer more of or on content that you really liked. Thank you again for tuning in to the Brand Blueprint. And remember, if you're a founder, an investor, or operator who's still stuck in the D2C echo chamber, this is your wake-up call. Real growth happens when your product lives in real places, brick and mortar, e-com marketplaces, retail shelves, and beyond. So follow this capsule closely, ask questions in our LinkedIn community, tweet your biggest takeaway with hashtag Brand Blueprint Sales. And if you're ready for our one-on-one strategy, you'll find my Calendly link in the show notes below where you can set up a one-on-one with me and we can potentially help you take your brand to the next level. Let's make retail your biggest win yet. Thanks again for listening and tuning in to the Brand Blueprint. I look forward to having you join us for Capsule 6, Retail and Distribution, and then helping you figure out your inside track to scaling your brand for growth. I'm Dana Ammons, and I'll see you at the shelf.
Thanks for joining us on the Brand Blueprint journey. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms to stay updated. Watch the full episodes on our YouTube channel for an in-depth experience. Don't forget to subscribe to our website at thebrandblueprint.biz for exclusive content and materials. We're everywhere you need us to be.